welcome, my Dreamcatchers. We're back. Give you another video. Okay. I'm kind of fraudulent. You know what I mean? My favorite Final Fantasy. First Final Fantasy I ever played. Final Fantasy 7. Can we give it up to 1998 being one of the greatest games that greatest years for video game releases? Final Fantasy, Resident Evil. I know 2000 is, they make the case that 2000 could be as well, but 98 was freaking fire, bro. But either way, wait, did it come out 97? Anyway, I never played. Let me scratch that. I did play Crisis Core for the PSP, but I never finished it. Right? I've everything Final Fantasy. This is why Final Fantasy 7 hits different for me. This was back when a time where there wasn't any like online cheats, walkthroughs to figure out what to do, and I figured out everything in Final Fantasy 7 on my own. Everyone's super weapon, the secret characters, how to get them, secret summons, like bonding the Chocobos to get like black Chocobo, green Chocobo, get the gold Chocobo. Like, I did all this stuff on my own. And then it was like sometime after this is when things started being released. And, you know, it's like, okay, you can just basically look it up. You can just watch somebody play it or whatever. So this game is different for me because this is the first game that I like grinded to a level that's, bruh, I played this game. This is one of my favorite games. You ever played one of those games that literally takes over your life? Like, you have to work at 6 and it's 1 and you're going to keep playing the game to like 3. Like, if you never gone through that, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But there's certain games that will just take over your life when you start playing them. Like, you don't want to put it down. Skyrim was one of them for me. The Witcher was one of them for me. Like, Phantasy Star Online was one of those for me. It's certain games that you just don't want to put it down. You don't care. You don't care the consequences. Like, I need to play it. You know what I mean? Final Fantasy 7 was definitely one for me. So, I haven't even started my Final Fantasy remake playthrough yet, but don't worry, that's coming soon because my stream is coming soon. We're going to start streaming that. But Crisis Core, remake, remaster, whatever it is, you putting this on PC, I am absolutely playing this. Now, I don't know if I need to play part 1 of the, well, I don't need to. I can just play Crisis Core. It's just a remake, a remaster. But I am definitely going to start the Final Fantasy 7 remake. But this, as soon as this comes out, I need to get on this because I feel like this is me. I have to go back to this because I never got the chance to finish it. And just from Final Fantasy 7, Zack was one of my favorite characters. Just as his backstory, and then you find out like Cloud was like an invitation of him. So I'm like, yo, if he is so that Cloud wanted to be him, then what is he about? Like, what is his mannerisms? And I can go on and on. Let's check out this trailer. Make it he doesn't die this one.
The price of freedom is steep.
His legacy gave life to Final Fantasy 7. That is a fact.
Zack speaking.
Making progress, Zack?
And Geo. I can cut loose, right?
Within reason.
It's showtime.
He's getting the Final Fantasy 7 remake?
Soldier, first class.
Genesis.
A month ago. He went missing.
Everyone's seen that fight scene with Genesis versus Sephiroth. Y'all need to bring him back.
I've seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust. And that's a real
Graphics looks really good. This looks really good.
Project G gave birth to the man we know as Genesis.
Yeah, I don't know Genesis' story.
Project Genesis.
Settle down. Zack the puppy. What do you know?
Shiver lapdogs!
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't know the story clearly. That's right. He had a sword before he had to bust the sword, and Jill had to bust the sword, and Jill had given it to him.
Heaven?
Not quite.
Aaron.
It's a church.
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No, to become a hero.
Oh, should we fight behind it?
Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor.
As soldier!
Let's go, Zach.
Come and get it!
Wait, is that a remake or is that just a remaster? It's winter. All right, let me say something about this. It's a pet peeve of mine. I usually don't like movies or shows, games, whatever. I don't like games that are prequels and like you know the character's gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like if a movie starts off and it's like they're reenacting the story. If the main character starts going through trials and tribulations, I can't really get excited because I'm like, you're telling the story, so you're gonna live. My favorite type of story is like, think about Deadpool 1. Remember he started off, he was telling the story, and then it caught up to him, and then it went on. I like when, if they're gonna start off telling the story, like catch up to where they're at, so I can have some type of like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. Because if the main character is just telling the story, then obviously we know he lives. So if he's going through something like, oh, is he gonna make it? He's gonna make it. Clearly he makes it. But this is different because this is iconic on a different level. This story needs to be told how it was told. It needs to happen how it happened because, as that thing said, his legacy birthed Final Fantasy VII. So for this, yes, I do want to learn this man's story, and I want to learn more about Genesis. See if he's going to come in future iterations and all that. So this is one right here that the whole world must play, and I'm going to be first to do it. If you're just as excited as me, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, stay a part of my journey. And of course, until I see you again, I'm ReggieSova. I'm out.
Hey, gotta turn my passion to my profession. Oh.